Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Royal Instinct. This channel is about teaching you the reasons why fame is important in this society that we live in. Um, I never set out to be someone who's famous. I never wanted to be famous. I think it's a weird thing to want to do. However, I've noticed that hard work doesn't get you anywhere. That all the opportunities go to the people who are famous, whether they are famous for having talent or not having talent. Right? It might be that they're just, you know, famous, and then they, you know, because of their audience, they get a lot of brand deals, whatever. Um, so I noticed that this trend that the power goes to people who are famous. Rich people even want to be famous, because a lot of people get so disappointed by once they achieve wealth that they thought that once they get money that they will have respect from people, that they'll be happy, that they'll achieve ultimate power, but then they realize, oh, like, celebrity and fame trumps even money, because if you have fame you can monetize your fame and become rich, but being rich doesn't guarantee fame. Okay, so it is in your best interest to become famous. Um, we live in a time where AI is about to take over. The World Economic Forum want you to be lonely. They want you to be depressed. They want you to be jobless. They want you to be locked up in your house, not owning anything, being happy, eating your bugs. The metaverse will um, exist to numb you. It will you will live inside it. You think you're living a fulfilled life when really you're just wasting away your potential. We're at a new stage of human civilization, and if you don't have the finances to live good life, you're just gonna be numbed like a pig before slaughter. Okay, and in truly that's the way you're seen. You're seen as livestock, to as a slave to work endlessly to make these economy ticking over. However, AI is about to displace us. It's going to make a lot of people redundant. So if you want a better life for yourself, if you want to make it to the next phase of evolution, I suggest you rise the ranks to become an elite. Right? If you can't beat them, join them, I say. And because we have good intentions, once we join them, we will rise to the top of all the elites. Will be the rulers of the world, and we will, because we are kind people, because we want what's best for humanity, we will have a good policy and guide humanity and civilization to a better path. The video that we're watching today is by this YouTube channel called Pitchside, which is a only a football related podcast. They watch live matches, Premier League matches mainly. It's based in England, and you have a set of about 4 or 5 personalities on that show who all have banter along each other. And the reason why I'm showing you this is just to show you that these 4 or 5 people are in essence just having a conversation that you would with your friends in a pub, in a sports bar, for example. And they're not any more talented or witty than you and your friends after a few drinks. Okay, all they're doing is just recording what they are up to, and they're putting it out there for the world to see. And they have thousands of subscribers. They are building their wealth, they're building their personalities, they're building their charisma and their fame, and slowly and slowly and slowly they're rising to the top. Right, they're making millions of pounds, millions of dollars, doing something they love. They're doing it with a little, the most minimalist amount of energy expended, because they actually enjoy what they do. It's a very privileged position to be in. It's a very lucky position to be in. They are being lucky by just having the balls to do it, and that's the only difference between you and them, is they have the balls to do it. I suggest you become famous, and you might ask, how do I do this? And the way you do it is by picking something that you are interested in, pick something that you are passionate about, and become a subject matter expert in that field. And because you're passionate about it, your content will revolve around making content around that subject. as you progress, as you learn more, your knowledge base will learn more. And you learn so much along the journey that you become the central authority on that subject. And once you achieve that, people see you as a king. All the money will be flowing to you. The best social opportunities will come to you. Other kings like myself would want to hang around with you, make business deals with you, party with you, and the hottest women in the world would want to date you. In essence, if you want that good life, if you want to, if you just want to be happy, this is the only solution that's left, because AI is coming and it's going to make a lot of people redundant. But let's see the hot topics that these guys are talking about.
This conversation that is about to unfold could have gone very differently had it not been for Matt Ritchie 90+2. But fortunately for the little toad in the corner, they came away with a hey.
I mean, there you go. He just called his co-host a toad, and he was like, "Oh, hey, how dare you?" And that is the content that people are watching, right? I used to think that you have to make elaborate scripts, you have to do crazy production, but just look at that set, for example, right? Like, it's literally just a wooden studio. They've got some nice lighting going on. It's probably £200 of lighting, $200 worth of lighting, some LED strip lights. They bought I can see a Barcelona shirt there, a Manchester City shirt, a Newcastle shirt, retro Newcastle shirt. Is that Derby? A Bolton Wanderers shirt, and I think a Real Madrid shirt. Just a bit of merchandise, couple microphones. I mean, it's nothing special. You get what I mean? Like, and you don't need all that shit, right? That will come once you gain your first few followers, once you monetize your business strategy, your channel. Once you start making a little bit of money, you can reinvest and bring up the production values, right? Like for example, like the microphone I use, like this is like a $200, $300 microphone, and that's the most expensive piece of equipment that I needed. This is just an iPhone, an old iPhone that I've got laying about that I'm recording this on. You know what I mean? And then once I make a bit more money, I'll get a better camera if I need to. If not, who the fuck gives a shit? Because it's not even about the production value. It's about the content that you are talking about. That's much more important than any production value. So again, this conversation could be going on in any pub in Britain right now.
Sorry.
You look a bit like a toad, actually. Like, I'd say more of a frog, really.
A frog is a toad.
Rat or frog, isn't it? That's
basically the same thing. No, they're very different. And us toads.
What's the difference?
One's cuter and more pleasant.
Frog's
more cute than a toad.
Would you eat frog's legs?
Yeah, true.
Would you?
Is this informative about Manchester, about Newcastle United or Arsenal? This whole video is about a debate about the two teams who are playing this weekend. Is it of any use? It's just literally them having a bit of banter on the camera. Do you know what I mean? And these people are making a lot of money, by the way. All right. And if they continue to grow their brands, they're going to be making millions. Right? Women are dating these guys over you just because they've got the balls to put a camera on their face and hit record.
You eat frog's legs?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, you would eat frog legs? Okay, cool. Good to know.
I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've eaten frog legs before and snails when I went to Paris. It's delicious. It's do you know what I mean? It's just a bit of meat fried in a lot of garlic butter. It tastes very nice. I do like a bit of escargot.
Would you?
Apparently it's like chicken.
It is like chicken.
What snails?
I've seen
I've
it
the
before.
snail.
No. That's a conspiracy for like why we're
No,
all AI
I've eaten them and I
generated.
can confirm he's correct.
Like no, the conspiracy for why we're AI
want to
generated
hear
is
that.
like the default taste for meats is chicken. It's like that's what's been programmed in.
I've had food poisoning really recently.
Sixth best striker in the world.
You weren't bench
his
pressing,
back
you
over
tore it in a
nothing.
football match.
Yeah, so like at the end of the
you
game,
seen the clip?
he was tussling with
He was,
the
like,
defender
tussling
and
him.
sort of just did that, and he tore his pec out for 12 weeks.
That's worse than me.
Some shit. So yeah, Shah's injured from this game as well.
Again, is it anything insightful? It's literally all they're doing in preparation for these videos is they go on some blog which another journalist has taken the time out to write about. They read it, they're like, oh, okay, this has happened, and then they have a conversation about it. Each person supports a different team, so they have different interests in, the Arsenal host. He'll talk about Arsenal. There's one who's a Liverpool supporter. I don't know who the other guy sports, and then the guy in the black studio who's a producer, he sports Newcastle. So these people are more interested in their own teams. They talk about it, they research it, and then they literally just every day just talk about nonsense. Oh, he tore his pec in training, tussling with another player. Millions of dollars are being made with shit like this.
Well, brilliant.
Is he?
Yeah, he's fucking injured, so brilliant. Back in Lascelles.
Not, don't worry, not third Fabian Schär.
Liverpool have had like 3 injuries today as well. 4 injuries today.
Yeah, it's crazy how many
They're not
other
crying,
it's crazy
though.
how many other clubs do have injuries, isn't it?
You
Mental.
seen Chelsea's injury list? Christ.
Yeah, it's insane. Lavia's not played again.
How insightful was that? Have you seen Chelsea's injury list? Jesus Christ. That's it. No depth. It's just a statement and a reaction. Done. Right? In Punjabi we say bus. But yeah, that is it. And these people are making thousands and thousands of dollars per show. And in the future, this is a short moment in history where you can still do shit like this, where you can start recording yourself, making content before AI is perfected and starts outperforming all these human YouTubers, right? And that's why it's important to right now build a following, because humans will trust other humans, but there's going to be a moment in time where you can't even tell if it's AI you're watching or if it's another human that you're watching. Okay, so while you have the opportunity, you need to build a following, show the people that you're human, that you are a real person, before AI is able to outwork you, because AI has the advantage of being able to learn from his own mistakes, correct his own mistakes, learn from your mistakes, learn from. It doesn't have to sleep. It can work 24 hours. Doesn't take any breaks. Doesn't need to. Doesn't have a mum to go and spend some time with. Doesn't have a girlfriend that's nagging him. AI is a machine that can work 24/7, 365 days a year, 366 in a leap year. And once AI is perfected, within 1 year is outworking everyone. Okay. So why you have the chance, which is in my estimation, you have about 2 years to really start this process. Okay. You have 2 years to get in before AI is just completely, because the graphics and shit might still look good with AI, but the personality and human connection that you can build by making content is going to take some time, I believe, to be perfected, and it might be there might be a 2-year window where they're still refining that shit. And if the US companies ain't doing it, if the UK companies ain't doing it, if the European companies ain't doing it, China and Russia are definitely doing it. Okay, so again, it's not like, like we're being fed media from our sides, from our news sources, but the Chinese government wants to be number one, and they know how to get there. Okay, they're using machine learning. They're building super robots. They're building super content creators all the time. They're gonna beat us. Okay, the only thing that's left, right, is your nation cannot be trusted. Your nation is not going to survive. The only thing that's left is for you to raise your own kingdom. Okay, don't rely on the nation state. Build your own kingdom. Allow other people to join your kingdom. Become a king. And the way you do it is by becoming a subject matter expert, being seen as the expert in your field. Because once you do that, you become famous. You'll be seen as someone who's competent. You have all the money. When you have the trifecta of all those things, you can start flexing, showing the world that you are royalty, that you are a king, build your kingdom, and then other people will join you in your cause. They will seek you out for protection. They want to join you in the fight against these evil tyrants. And because you're a good person, you have the drive within you to want to lead humanity to a better place. Or you can just follow these 4 or 5 people who are making a shitload of money but don't give a fuck about what the World Economic Forum have in store for us. They don't care as long as they're getting paid.
Do you know what?
Why
Do you know what? You shit yourself when. Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, yeah. Remember the guest name that we just had on 5
his
minutes
name?
ago?
Josh
That's really offensive.
You shit yourself when Josh was agreeing with me about the whole Owl Poch thing.
I didn't. I
When he
disagreed
was
with
all
him.
about the money and blah, blah, blah.
I disagree. I said Poch was better.
Nah.
I didn't say a word.
You were going, oh, Josh, please, Eddie Hatch. It's very different, mate.
Nah,
You gotta
I mean, that is the entertainment. Josh, like they're just making like jerk off noises, like blowjob noises. That is the entertainment. Like literally people going, right? Like we used to do that when we were at university. We'll take the piss at each other. Yeah, we'll make fun of each other. We'll make stupid like blowjob jokes at each other. And if back then we knew that all we needed to do was hit record on our antics, we would have been fucking millionaires. The amount of fucking stupid shit that we did, that was fucking hilarious. It was funny. But obviously, I'm sure like yourselves, I grew up, you went to the real world. You thought you have to get a job, I have to get 9 to 5, I have to become someone who's responsible. And then what happened was with our generation is social media came along and it started rewarding all the stupid stuff that that teenagers and college kids get up to. It's like rewarding it. It's like this is the new entertainment. It's like we literally just we just missed out on it. And now I don't advocate for you to go back and then carry on with that shit, because it's great for entertainment. However, what the world needs is leaders right now. Okay, there's a lack of leaders. I don't trust any of the presidents or prime ministers or any of the government leaderships that are in the world. Instead, I felt very disappointed. I was like, there's no one who sees this problem coming with the World Economic Forum, with this new future that we're headed into, with AI that we're headed into. And it makes me think that the governments have sold themselves, right? That they've been blackmailed or bribed, or they've chosen their alliances. China may have come along and said, look, we're taking over, be on our side, carry out the policies that we want to be carried out, or be left behind. And then at that point, they just went, yep, we'll go along with you. So I don't believe you can trust the people who are in charge right now. And because you cannot trust them, I'm not even telling you to trust me. I'm telling you to be a leader alongside me. I'll lead my tribe, you lead your tribe. We'll recognize that we are on the same page, that we're fighting against each other. We'll build an alliance. We'll recognize that we're both kings, that we're building a kingdom. And there'll be that mutual respect. There'll be, over time, we'll build some trust and integrity within each other. We'll have each other's backs. And then who else would you want to be friends with at that point? How many friends have you got now that got you back? Really and truly, financially, in a fight, however you want to look at it, who's got you back? I looked at my life and I thought, like, do you know what? There must be 100 people at least in the world who think like me, who are like me, who have the same honor and integrity as me, and I want to find them people. And this is my broadcast message to the world, to join me on my journey, on my path towards my destiny, which is to save humanity, right? And I would love to do it with other people who are on the same page as me, who want to fight that good fight, who want to be the next generation of leaders. And if that is you, go to royalinstinct.com and let's meet each other and let's build a friendship that will be the savior of humanity.
standing on your own 2 feet.
You just went down onto your phones. Oh, we got super chats to read. You didn't want to have it.
Doing
I
our
agree.
jobs.
The money is
Sorry,
relevant.
pal.
The money is relevant.
I'm gonna forward it a little bit because some of the shit they talk about is nonsense.
That's
Best league, the best defense in the league to the worst defense.
They would never-
transformed it into the best defense,
because
though.
You keep saying that.
No, I
They're
have
the
to.
worst.
I have to pull it. I have to pull it
They're the
up.
worst.
We are the worst.
They're the worst.
By what
Stats.
metric?
No, you're
What though? Like what?
You're not.
Goals conceded.
You were.
They've conceded
you were,
the most goals in the league.
Yep.
No, they haven't.
You were top 3. You were top 3 last season,
They
and you're
actually are,
15th now.
objectively, I think the second worst.
So you've gone down by 12, which is
Statistically.
still pretty bad.
Yeah, it's not
What
ideal.
statistics are you on about?
don't know.
The problem.
They're talking about a bunch of statistics which they aren't even correcting. So they're not even fact checking the shit that they're talking about. Literally, they're just saying something and saying, "Oh, you have the worst defense in the league, Newcastle United." When the statistics are that they're the 15th worst, so there's 5 other teams that are worse than them. But he doesn't care. He just makes a statement, gets a reaction, it goes viral, right? Like these people aren't even telling you the fucking truth. They don't respect you enough to tell you the truth. They're just spouting nonsense opinions, and the people watching are like, yeah, make the point, make him look stupid, yeah. You know, they're literally people being dumbed down. They're being walked into the concentration camps willingly. Okay, like we're all about to get fucked. If you don't become famous, that's the only way to save yourself. Okay, if you have a little bit of money, you might be safe. You can go to fucking Dubai and buy some safety there, but then you're still under the rule of another kingdom. Okay, the United Arab Kingdom, Arab Emirates, whatever it's called. And I say build your own kingdom. And you might be thinking, well, I'm not going to take over no land. Well, we live our lives on Earth. Okay, if you're in America, you live your life in America. I live my life in the UK. If you live in Europe, you live your life in Europe. But we all exist on the internet. And that's very important because as we're progressing, Facebook is going to plug us all into the metaverse, okay? And then you might be like, oh, I'm not going to join the metaverse. Well, if everyone else is there and humans are social creatures, you're going to have to spend some time on the metaverse. Your job will move to the metaverse. The way you interact with friends and family will be on the metaverse. The way you might have to do shopping will be on the metaverse, right? Like what if they just take off all websites and be like, oh, the only way to access the website for Amazon is through the metaverse? You know, what if Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg do some sort of deal where they just be like, all right, you can only shop on the metaverse? They're both billionaires. They both like they both go to like if you're a billionaire, you're gonna go to dinner with the other richest person in the world, right? Like the people at the top go to dinner with each other and they help each other out. Like, look, you scratch my back, I scratch your back, and they're doing all these sweetheart deals with each other. They're doing all these like shady things with each other, and whether you like it or not, you're gonna have to join the metaverse, right? However, if you're an influencer, if you're someone who's famous, if you can amass a following, you'll be able to go into the metaverse and have an army of people protect you and surround you and shower you with affection and love and admiration. And they will be helping you build your legacy, build a dream, follow your plan of action. And if you build a large enough following, and this is the thing, it won't be you just by yourself. I'll be alongside you, right? We'll be there with another 98 other kings who have their followings. So now we have an army of 100 kings leading millions of people, okay? Now we can form a revolution, right? We'll be the true leaders of the world, right? The one true leaders. We'll be able to make policies for the betterment of humanity because I believe like attracts like. And because I am a good person with good intentions, like literally, I've always been so naive about the world, okay? It took me a long time to learn all this shit, to how the world really works. I'm a good person at the end, right? And people will be able to look into my eyes, and you'll be like, oh, actually, do you know what? I'm the same as this guy. Okay. And you will join me on my cause. You want to fight alongside me to battle these people, to take on the World Economic Forum, all these shady governments, all these shadow people, all these people who nefarious characters who, who the fuck is Klaus Schwab anyway, right? Klaus Schwab's father was a Nazi. Okay. Do you trust the Nazis? All right. Adolf, what are you doing? What was Schwab doing inside your party? Who the fuck knows? Okay. And do you know what? I don't even want to look into it. I've seen enough of the world. I know you can't trust these people. In 2020, during the lockdowns, you saw how these politicians were partying up down inside their government buildings on taxpayer money, while all of us were not allowed to visit our families. We had to spend Christmas by ourselves. It was a lonely time while they were just happy, partying up, living it up. Okay. And I don't want that shit for you or for me. There's too many good people in the world who are being deprived of your opportunities that they should have. If you believe it's your destiny to live a better life, if you believe it's your destiny to do something important in life, if you feel like you want to be one of the leaders who helps humanity, who leads humanity to a better tomorrow, go to royalinstinct.com and together we will take on the world and beat evil.
The Theo Baker.
You just keep
Encyclopedia
telling
of
me,
Football.
the stats tell me that.
No, they went from third to 15.
The issue is we're just
what though?
Of like XG.
The stat.
No,
like, if we're not going to fix this blatant issue in the
hand on
team.
heart.
They're just shouting. They're just making noises at this point. And this is what entertainment has become. Just just make a fucking noise. And literally people are like, yeah. I'm watching. You know, like we live in an attention economy. Just making funny noises is enough to garner an audience, right? And people will call it banter. Like, you could make so much more quality content with the knowledge that's inside your brain. I'm sure if you're watching this, you're someone who's clever. You already read books as a hobby. You understand the whole self-improvement space. You already go to the gym. You already do that shit. You read books, you meditate, you do all that stuff, but your life isn't getting any better. You're not becoming rich. You're not becoming famous. Your dating life is shit, right? Because the way it works is those things are beneficial in on Earth, but on the internet, no one gives a fuck because you're not seen. So the only way to be seen is to become famous, become an influencer. And the best way to do it is by giving value, by becoming a subject matter expert. And the reason I say subject matter expert is because you'll be so interested in this thing, you'll be so passionate about it that it won't feel like work to you. Which means if you're doing something that doesn't feel like work, you'll be able to work at it endlessly with unlimited motivation, right? If you have to read a book about that subject, you'll be willingly read that book, okay? You'll be happy to do it. And then your knowledge grows. You record your progress as you go along in this journey, right? A 5-10 minute video each day, and then your subscriber count grows, your following grows, your knowledge grows, and then after 6-7 months you become somewhat of a subject matter expert. And once you achieve that, you can start making money by making courses for beginners. Once you do that, you keep doing this, rinse and repeat. Another year goes by, and now you're literally making a shit ton of money, at least 100K, if not millions. And then people will look to you as the authority on that subject. People will look to you as someone who's the go-to guy if I want to learn about that subject. Once you do that, you literally become a king in that field. And once you become a king in one field, you can then start taking over and becoming king in another field. And let's just finish off. Let's see what this guy's got to say.
Hand on heart, let's just say you finish the season with the players that you do have. Like,
Let's skip back
now.
Your next two fixtures are actually insane.
Yeah, these are our.
this is, I mean, this is the content. They're just talking about the next two fixtures. Oh, this might happen, that might happen. It's not like it's nothing special that these people are doing, and it should be you in that privileged position. Because if you had that fame, if you had those opportunities, if you had that money, I guarantee you'd be doing something so much more beneficial to human society. Maybe you're someone who's in their 40s, 50s, 60s, who's a teacher, a university professor, you're a subject matter expert already, and you've never had the balls to actually go online to show your ideas in a well, you are doing it, but it's not very charismatic. You're a little bit scared to just let go and then just show off your personality. I can help you with that, right? If I can help you, right, better yourself to then in turn allow your information to better humanity, and you become the subject matter expert, become a leader for people. Um, I'll like my life purpose will be fulfilled at that point. And then if we're also able to then fight alongside each other to take on these creeps, really, these nefarious people who are trying to take over, who are trying to make everyone own nothing, and feed them some fake happy pills. If we can beat them at their own game, and do it alongside you, I'll be very happy. I don't, it's always better to be around people who are on the same page as you. I believe that's how you achieve anything in life. Those are the best friends that you ever make. The people who have the same goals as you, who can have those war stories alongside each other, where you are building, planning, taking on the world, having adventures. And if you feel like you would want to go on an adventure with me, if you want to feel like you want to take over the world with me, then go to royalinstinct.com, and we will literally live it up. But until next time, take care.